Good afternoon, brothers.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So today, I want to thank you for just being here today, and for us, for our benefits to go on with our projects.
Thank you too.
Before going on with today's agenda, I want to introduce to you the norms that we set last time, so that we can be following what we said. So what we promised each other is that we need to respect each other, especially when someone is speaking. So please let the one person end and just taking over where he ends. The other thing is that you have to participate. So I'm not going to participate alone. So each and everyone has to go to participate too.
Yes.
And each team member has to be to act as a leader, so that if you contribute your idea and you try to convince us, you try to help us know the benefits of using your ideas and so on. So don't be quiet, please be calm, respect each and everyone, and we go with today's agenda.
Okay.
So today we have a problem here at Drip and Dry, and we want to talk about that problem and refer to the resources that you have to find some useful solutions for the problem. So now, after going through the resource entitled Problem Solving Approaches by Levy 2014, there are several problem solving approaches, but today we are going to use the rational problem solving approach, or it is also called the perspective problem solving approach. And for this problem solving approach, it is where we are going to find the agenda of today's session. So first, we'll be identifying the problem for the Drip and Dry's company, and we'll be evaluating the problem. And after evaluation, we'll be generating each and every one's alternative for the problem, solution alternative to the problem. And after selecting the alternative, we'll be just selecting the viable alternative. Just among our solutions that we suggested, we'll be selecting one of them. And then we look of how we can implement this solution, as well as the ways through which we can evaluate its successfulness. So Jonas, can you start telling us about the problem at Drip and Dry?
Okay, thank you very much, Theophile. So as you know, at Drip and Dry you have the problem, which is customer dissatisfaction.
Yeah.
Our customers are not happy with the service, and there are a number of factors which are causing that, which we'll be looking at as we go further using this rational problem solving model. So the main problem is that our customers are not satisfied. Yeah.
Jean-Claude, do you all agree that this is the main problem that we are going to address?
Absolutely. The pressing problem of our customers is that they are not satisfied. Not because we are offering bad services or bad products, but because the way our services are delivered to them is not convenient. Many people fill our compound, and some of the customers are not able to buy directly from us, because many customers can take much longer time standing all around using our internet, but without buying from our business. And the other attached problem is that our revenues are decreasing down, because we expect to achieve maximum potential revenues thanks to a large number of customers who buy from us. But the problem is that not all of the customers buy from us, and the revenues are going down. The other problem is that customers are very much worried about the chaotic situation which is always occurring at our compound, the business compound. Because of the large number of people using the internet, buying, coming, going, there is a chaotic situation. There is noise. Customers are not comfortable with now current business.
Thank you, Claude. Snaps to you.
Thank you.
As we just mentioned, we have to celebrate it and everyone.
Absolutely, yes.
So, going further, he introduced about the many problem causes, and I think you have something to add on about these causes or to the problem that you identified.
Yes, another problem is that maybe it's a little bit of going deep into the the factors that is causing this problem, but the situation which caused this problem is like we have our area is at capacity. So you find by the end of the day, there is customers coming, and there are more people staying for internet use, and there are others having coffee. So you find that its area is not accommodating everyone. So the faithful customers are saying that they are not happy with that situation.
Yeah, thank you very much for your contribution to Snapsteel. And I just want to talk also about the lack of space for parking their cars. Some faithful customers are saying that, oh, we don't have enough space to park our cars, and how to address this. And as we see that these problems that you identified, which is customer dissatisfaction at the drip and dry, is mainly caused by some factors, but the main cause that we are seeing is that maybe the business is on small area and it can't accommodate many people. Yes. Do we all agree on that?
Absolutely, that is the main reason.
Now, if we agree on that, what can be the solution, potential solution to this problem? Personally, I would suggest, since it is a problem of small area, I would suggest that we rent a nearby house which has a parking space, and at this space we can just rent it, and those who have cars may park there, and others who are waiting for their laundry or coffee service may stay there. What do you understand by that point?
Your point is quite understandable. You are speaking of renting another house,
but closer to the business.
A neighboring house.
Yeah.
That is a good point, but I think otherwise. I would suggest establishing a customer service department that would be responsible for making sure that our customers are satisfied in one way or another. Jonas, is there any solution you would propose?
Oh, thank you very much. You all have a very standing point there. I would support your solution, but I have to give you an alternative too. So we are working in a small area, and this is a problem. So what I suppose is that if we find the combination of laundromat and the coffee services are not having a large space as it would, we have to shift from this place and we go to look for another place elsewhere. So we can own a large space which will accommodate every single activities we do within drip and dry. And also customers will be now happy, and we will have large extra spaces to have the services.
Okay.
So,
now I can understand your points as well as mine, but I want to ask you a challenging question, just to display the potential questions that you ask yourself about your suggested solutions.
Thank you. Can I start?
Yeah, we can.
Establishing a customer service department makes me ask myself, shall I need more employees to work under this department? Where shall I get enough budget to make sure that the additional employees are paid on a monthly basis? Do we have enough logistics to be used in this customer service department? Shall we need communications officer who will be linking communication between the company and the customers? Those are the potential questions that I can ask myself before going about establishing a new customer service department within Drip and Dry Business Company.
So, Jonas, what do you think?
Jean-Claude mentioned some key factors I want to talk about is this budget. I also think we cannot have the budget which should take us from this place and shift immediately. So my proposed solution will sometimes take longer, so as we are waiting more capital. And again, I'm asking myself, if we are to shift to another place, are we still holding our customers, our customers still know that we have gone and they have to find us there. So it will be a bit challenging of taking our customer back to how they used to come here.
Exactly. I'm telling you this because of also I have met the challenges about just renting another nearby house.
Yes.
After looking through the budget that we have on College for America Resource 2015, I saw that we have only 38,000 of US dollars. So renting a house, hiring other employees to work in both two buildings, it might be a challenge for me. And I was wondering if we shift from one space to another, and it will require us either to rent or build the house, which might also be going beyond this budget that we have. And I would suggest that maybe Claude may tell us some benefits of just having some customer service department and see whether it can be the better solution that we can establish by today. Yeah.
Thank you for this opportunity for me to lead you through the benefits or merits and demerits of establishing another customer service department at Drip and Dry Business Company. This department will necessarily make sure that the customers are satisfied. Our top number one priority is to satisfy our customers, but making sure that costs are reduced or kept to the minimum, but making sure that our revenues are maximized. The first thing is that we need to make sure that we hire employees who will not require us to pay more than what we have. And we will make sure that we do everything under customers' feedback. This customer service department will work very much closely on making customers satisfied, but at the minimum cost. The benefit is that we will satisfy our customers thanks to hearing from them, but keeping cost to the minimum. And as we have a 2 months budget worth 38,000 US dollars, which is dedicated to settling down this program, we need to make sure that what we do does not go beyond the budget that we have available. As I said, the benefit is that we do everything to the minimum cost, but making sure that our customers are satisfied and making sure that the root problems that are under customers' dissatisfactions are settled down.
Do you agree on that point? Jonas, what do you think about this?
Yes, those are benefits for his solution. Because if we are to apply this solution, we will benefit that customers will be satisfied now, because now we have the people who are in charge of every activities and who are coordinating every activities that our customer will be satisfied.
So if we choose to implement this solution, what can we consider as indicators that the solution is being implemented?
Okay, implementation of this is that if we see that customers, we have a problem.
If I clarify it, it's like, how can we implement this solution? That if we are going to establish a customer department, how can we implement it?
From my understanding, I think if we hire some staff, then they will work and we will see that they are solving the problem. So if it's there may be the chair which needs to be designed somehow, or if we need other materials to replace the old one, or if we need extra large space for people, is it available? So if we find that it's being done, then we are in implementation process.
So how can we evaluate the success of this solution? I was thinking that if the profit is increasing, as we saw, it might be a problem. If the profit is increasing and the customers are saying good, now we are okay with the business. Maybe it is where we will see that this solution has been well successful. What do you think can be other indicators of success?
That's a good point. Another indicator of this implementation success is seeing customers buying in larger quantities and hearing from them positive feedback on the service we will be providing. Because if we hear that the customers are now getting what they need at the right time in a comfortable situation, that will show that the solution, should it be implemented, customers would be satisfied.
So if we agree that this might be the solution that can be implemented by this time, and that we can command to Fred and Kali to just implement, put it into action by today's drip and rise program. So if you agree, thumbs up, and you understand that
Yes,
this is
we
really
agree.
okay.
We need to make sure that we present this solution to Carrie and Fred for their feedback.
Yeah.
We cannot decide from today that this is the only solution which is viable, but we need to make sure that our bosses learn the decision they want to implement so that we can get feedback on it.
So brothers, I want to thank you for your contribution. In what you talked about, we identified the problem for drip and rise program, which is customer dissatisfaction. We just evaluate the possible cause for this problem, which is where we included some scarcity of space for parking, we saw loud noise of some atmosphere, loud atmosphere. We saw that there are some lingering customers who sit for the day long, and so others. And we saw we generated different alternatives where Jonas, you suggested that we might rent a house, we might shift beyond the area that you have and just expand the business outside where the space that we have. And I personally suggested that we may rent a nearby house so that we can just expand the business. And Jean-Claude provided another alternative that we may just establish a customer service department. And we all agreed that establishing customer service department may be a good solution for the business, and it can be our recommendation. We saw some implementation, and we saw the ways of success, and we'll be proud of enjoying the success when customers are saying, well, we are good, okay, we are satisfied, we are getting services quicker and in a good way. So thank you very much. We won't go, what is the next step is to be ready for you and be ready to present to Fred and Kali if they requires to just present more about, elaborate more about this solution that we suggested.
And for the next meeting, I think we will come to consensus. We will make sure that we all agree, we finally agree on the best solution out of the three, in order for us to be able to go ahead and present it to Kali and Fred.
Yes.
So
you're inviting us in the next meeting.
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
possibly me who will lead the meeting.
when is the
Yeah.
meeting?
Not later than tomorrow evening.
Okay. So Jonas, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yo, Jonas,
Yeah.
thank you for today's session.
Thank you.
Thank you.